Good morning, children. How are you? I hope you are all fine. I'm very glad to meet you in this academic year. Childrens, are you safe? I hope you are safe in the house. Children, you want to maintain the social distance from others. Always keep your hand clean with the hand wash or sanitizer. Okay, children? Okay, let us start our today social class. Okay? In the social class, we have three is there. Yes, three contents are there: history, geography, civics, economics are there. Yes, children. Okay, see, today we are going to learn about the sources of medieval India. Sources of medieval India. Children, sources of medieval India means, do you know what is that for you? Sources na என்னது? Evidence. Sources means what? Evidence. இடைக்காலத்துக்குரிய இந்திய வரலாற்றின் ஆதாரங்களை நம்ம என்ன செஞ்சுக்கலாம், அது மூலமாக தெரிந்துக்கிடுது. Inscriptions. See in this picture, one big picture is there. Yes, temple wall, copper plate, palm leaf, like that it's written. Yes, inscription means பொறிக்கப்படுறது, கல்வெட்டில் எழுதப்படுறது. Copper plate, in the copper plate or in the palm leaf they will write some information about the previous period. Okay, what happened in the medieval period. Okay, children, so this topic we are going to see now: sources of medieval India. Sources of medieval India. All of you take your social book and turn to the page 102. See in this picture how they are separated the years. Okay, period station. See there in this picture, Asian period, they are divided as a two ways. Yes, one is earlier medieval period, another one is later medieval period. Okay, so in this 1200 600 to 1200 is a Asian period. That is the Asian period, means AD, CE we can say. Yes, it is classified as a 2. Okay, children, and from 1200 to 1700 it's a later medieval period. After 1700 is a modern period. Now you understand, 600 to 700 is the Asian period, 700 to 1200 is the early medieval period, 1200 to 1700 up to 1700 is a later medieval period. Above 1700 is a modern period. Now we are living in the modern period. Is it no? Yeah. So this timeline tells us what happened and when it happened. What happened and when it happened. இதில் இந்த காலங்கள் நம்மளுக்கு என்ன சொல்லுது, என்ன நடந்தது, என்ன நடந்துட்டு இருந்ததுன்னு சொல்லி நான் பார்க்க போகிறோம். ஓகேவா? Okay, now you see in the book. I hope you are understand the medieval period. What is the medieval? Medievalனா இடைக்காலத்துக்குரிய. சரியாமா? Okay, now learning objective. What is the learning objective? In this lesson we are going to see, we are studying about the study of the medieval India. What is the source of the medieval India? We are going to see temple, mosaic, tombs, palace, forts are the important sources. From these sources we can get some information for us. Literary and inscriptable text and accounts of the Arab and Turkish travelers who came from the Arab and Turkish. Accounts means அவங்களோட information, their informations. Okay, அவங்களோட details. Accounts அதுதான் meaning. Okay, okay, now come to the point in the introductions. The period from AD CE 700 to 1200 I shown to you. Yes, above 700 to 1200 is a early medieval period. Okay, and it is 1200 to 1700, what I said, it's a later medieval period. It is explained in the Indian history. So how it is various means numerous and various sources it is available to the historians enhancing in the study of medieval India. Historian means who? As you learn in the class 6th, yeah, historian means who are learning about the old things, they are the historians. See children, added to the information that can be gleaned from inscriptions, monuments and coins or the accounts left by Arab, Persian and Turkish chroniclers. Gleaned means வெவ்வேறான பல இடத்திலிருந்து எடுக்கப்பட்டதான, from different places they are gathered some information. From where? Inscription, monuments and accounts. From that we can get some informations. Okay children, what are the lifted by the Arab, Persian and Turkish chronicles. So these accounts are rich in detail and have been first-handed information on the life of the king, though they provide very little information on the life on the common people. See, the historians, they will give the details of the first life of the king. அந்த ராஜாக்கள்லாம் எப்படி ஆண்டாங்கங்கிறத பற்றி ஃபஸ்ட் சொல்லுவாங்க. காமன் பீப்புளை பற்றி கொஞ்சம் இன்ஃபர்மேஷன் மட்டும் என்ன செய்வாங்க, கொடுப்பாங்க. They will give small information to us. The opinions of the quotas and chronicles are option one-sided, written in the hyperbolic languages. Hyperbolic languages. Execrating the king's achievements. Execrating என்னது, அவங்கள பற்றி ரொம்ப புகழ்ந்து சொல்கிறது என்னது, execrating. Okay, their achievements, what they did small things also, they will elaborate it from that. Okay, they will say more things about that king achievements. Okay, let us now explore the various sources available for the study of the history of medieval. Okay, do you know the famous word of Kafi Khan, a courtier of the Emperor Aurangzeb? See that Kafi Khan was one of the civil servants. He is one of the historian of Mughal India. Okay, Kafi Khan yaru? Was the civil servant and historian of Mughal India. See, this king said, he says, it is a duty of an historian to be faithful, to have no hope of profit, no fear of injury, to show no partiality or no one side honesty. Honesty means what? Strong feeling of anger, kadu verupu, சரியா? To know no difference between friend and stranger and to write nothing but with this sincerity. ஒரு ஹிஸ்டோரியனாக இருந்தால் அவன் எந்த ஒரு லாபத்தை என்ன செய்யக்கூடாது, பார்க்கக்கூடாது. நோ நீட் டு ஹோப் த ப்ராஃபிட், no fear of the injury, yes, no difference between the friend and stranger. Stranger na yaru? A person that you don't know. Friend means you know, stranger means you don't know that persons. Okay, so we didn't see any difference between the friend and the stranger, so he wrote nothing but it is a sincerity. Okay children, now we are going to see the sources. Sources is classified by the two ways. One is primary sources, another is secondary sources. We examine the details of political, economic and social developments with the aids of sources. First one is primary sources, another one is secondary sources. In this primary sources we have inscriptions, monuments and coins and the informations available in them. Inscription means என்னதுமா, எழுத்து பொறிக்கப்பட்டிருக்கும். It will be written in the rock. Okay. நினைவு சின்னம். நினைவு சின்னம் means monuments. நினைவு சின்னம் means what? Monuments and coins. Coins means you know, yes? Already you know. From these three things, we can get some information from there, okay? And secondary sources. Secondary sources. Literary work, chronicles, travelers, biographs, and autobiographs. Literary means what? எழுத படிக்க தெரிந்தவர்கள். எழுத படிக்க தெரிந்தவர்கள். சரியா? Chronicles means that ஆண்டு குறிப்பை பற்றியெல்லாம் எழுதியிருப்பாங்களா அவங்க. சரியா? Next, travelers. From one place to another place, if they comes means we will say travelers. ஒரு இடத்துல இன்னொருத்தவங்க இடத்துக்கு வந்தால் அவங்கள என்னன்னு சொல்லுவோம் நம்ம? Travelers. Biographs. Biographics means what? ஒருவரை பற்றி மற்றவர் எழுதும் வாழ்க்கை வரலாறு. One person is there means another person will write their story. Another person will be write their story. Okay. And autograph means autobiographics means தன் வரலாறு. அவங்கள பற்றி அவங்க எழுதிக்கிடுவாங்க. They will write their own history they itself. Okay. Now you understand this point? No sound is there. Did you understand or not? Okay. Now we are going to see the inscriptions. See in this picture. See, it is written in the stone. Yes, எழுத்த பொறிக்கப்பட்டிருக்கு. கல்லில் என்ன செஞ்சுருக்காங்க? எழுதியிருக்காங்க. அப்படி தானம்மா? எழுதியிருக்காங்களா எழுதலையா? எழுதியிருக்காங்க. See, in this one, inscriptions are writing engraved on solid surfaces such as rock, stones, temples, walls, and metals. The king's royal decrees, dedications, and donations, monuments raised in commemorations of victory in wars. Those built in memory of deceased warriors contain rich information about the constituted era. Various types. The copper plate grants, which were treated as a legal documents, have a scientific source value. The Islamic Persian practice and relative high cost of copper plates made palm leaf and paper cheaper alternatives from the 13th century onwards. See, in the legal documents we can get a source of values in this one. It will be in the Islamic Persian will be right in the higher cost of copper plate. It is made of what? Palm leaf. It is made of palm leaf in the 13th century. And the Chola period, the several copper plates grants issued during in the later Chola period, 10th to 13th century. So this all records gives, it's given to the individual priced gurukal or teachers. The price means in who will preach the messages, so that is a price. Okay. Or teachers who were Hindu, Buddhist, or Jain, or to the persons to Yamines. Both the giver and the receiver are very elaborately described. Kudukuravungalum perravungalum enadhu, it will be very elaborately described. By contrast, most stone inscription differ in their content. In some inscriptions, the benefits of a donor is recorded. இவங்க கொடுத்தாங்க அப்படின்னு சொல்லி என்ன செஞ்சுருக்காங்க? கல்லில் பொறிக்கப்பட்டிருந்தாங்க. It's a donor is a recorder. If you go to some place that in that inscription wall inscriptions, they will be wrote their names. Did you see that one? Okay, the major focus is upon the giver who is giving the money or what is giving them. They will be focus in that places. Okay. Thiruvalangadu, plates of Rajendra Chola I and apple plates of Sundara Chola are notable examples. Uchirmerur inscriptions in Kanjipuram district provide details of the way in which the village administrations was conducted. Okay. See, various various types of land gifted by the Chola king. Chola means who children? சோழர்கள் சொல்லுவாங்க. ஓகே, ஆர் நோன் ஃப்ரம் த இன்ஸ்கிரிப்ஷன்ஸ் அண்ட் காப்பர் பிளேட்ஸ். அந்த அந்த கல்வெட்டுகளை அவங்க எழுதி வைக்க போய் தான் யார் யாருக்கு என்னென்ன இடம் கொடுத்தாங்க, ஹூ ஆர் கிவன் விச் பிளேஸ் டு ஹூ விச் people. Okay, வேலன் வகை, they given land to the non Brahmin proprietors. Brahmadeva, they are given to the land gifted to Brahmins. Shalaboha, land for the maintenance of the school. அந்த சாலபோகாங்கிறது என்ன செஞ்சாங்க, ஸ்கூலுக்குன்னு என்ன செஞ்சாங்க, அந்த இடத்த கொடுத்தாங்க. ஓகே, தேவதானா, that is given to the land gifted to the temples. Palichanda is a land donated to the Jain institutions. Okay, now you got it children. From them only, from it is only we can get some informations. Okay, இவங்கள உங்களுக்கு கொடுத்துருக்காங்க, நம்ம என்ன செஞ்சுக்கலாம், புரிஞ்சுக்கலாம். Okay, this all we can come to know. Now see monuments we are going to see. As you learn in the class 5th, there are archaeological sources included. Material remains like a monuments and buildings, coins issued during in the various period, which carry lots of detail about the period of rule of particular ruler in image in several cases. Yes, is that no? Yeah. From this we can be understand some informations. In this monument heading, come to the monument heading. Temples, palace, mosaic, tombs, forts, miners and minarets are called by the collective names monument. This all those one is a monuments. What is the monuments? What are the monuments? Sorry, what are the monuments? Temple, palace, mosaic, tombs, forts, miners and minarets. Temples என்னது, கோவில்கள். பேலஸ் மீன்ஸ் அரண்மனை. மொசைக் மீன்ஸ் முஸ்லீம் தொழுவ போவாங்கள்ல அந்த பிளேஸ், who are going to for the prayer. Okay, tombs means கல்லறை. tombs means what? கல்லறை. fort means கோட்டை. minarets கோபுரங்கள். பெரிய பெரிய கோபுரங்கள் அந்த காலத்தில் இருந்திருக்கு, சரியா, அது மூலம் நம்ம தெரிஞ்சுக்கிட்டோம். அண்ட் minarets மீன்ஸ் கல்லறை ஸ்துதிப்பிகள். கல்லறை ஸ்துதிப்பிகள். This all as a one of the collective monuments. Collective monuments. That one picture is there. See, Dilwara temple at Abu. It is in the Abu place. Dilwara temple. The Sultans of Delhi introduced a new type of architecture. The monuments they built had arcs, domes and minarets as the main features. So the inscriptions in this monuments contain rich informations which can be used to construct history. So we get some information from this minarets or domes or temples. We get some information from this monuments. We can get rich information. நிறைய information நம்ம என்ன செய்யலாம், இதுல இருந்து கிடைச்சிக்கலாம். In this monuments contains, we get rich information which can be used to construct the history. In the medieval Khajura monuments, it is in the Madhya Pradesh, and temples in Konark is the where? Odisha. Dilwara temple it is in the Rajasthan. So constitute valuable sources. We can understand the religion centered cultural evolution in the northern India. இப்படி எல்லாம் இருந்திருக்குன்னு சொல்லி நம்ம என்ன செஞ்சுக்கலாம், நார்த்தன் இந்தியாவில் இருக்குன்னு நம்ம தெரிஞ்சுக்கலாம். Temples in Tanjavur, Bridashwara, Gangaikonda Cholapuram, Dharaswaram symbolize. It is all manufactured by the this all the temple structures is built by the later Chola in தமிழ்நாடு. தமிழ்நாட்டில் என்ன டெம்பிள்லாம் வந்து சோழர்கள் கட்டினாங்களாம், தஞ்சாவூரில் என்ன பில்டிங் என்ன டெம்பிள் இருந்துச்சு, பிரித்யாஸ்வரா, கங்கை கொண்டா சோலாபுரம், சோலாபுரத்தில் இருக்குது. தராசுரம் அப்படின்னு சொல்லி ஒரு 3 கோயில்கள் என்ன செஞ்சாங்களா சோழர்கள் கட்டியிருக்காங்க. அண்ட் விட்டலா அண்ட் விருஷ்பாக்கா டெம்பிள்ஸ் இட் இன் ஹம்பி. See in this picture, this is the Vijayanagar temple, that is Hampi. What is that? Hampi. So this Vitala and Vrikshpakshara temple at Hadbi similarly speaks about the constitution of the Vijayanagara ரூலர். அங்கே வந்து அவங்களாம் ராஜாக்கள் எப்படி ஆண்டாங்க அப்படிங்கிறது நம்ம என்ன செஞ்சுக்கலாம், இது மூலமாக நம்ம என்ன செஞ்சுக்கலாம் தெரிஞ்சுக்கலாம். இந்த 15th century, இந்த 15th century Kuwait Islam Masjid, Motki Masjid, Jama Masjid, Fachi Sigri Dargah, it is all around in the India only. Okay, Kuwait Islam Masjid, Motki Masjid, Jama Masjid, Fachi Sigri Dargah, it is all in the Delhi, and Charminar in the Hyderabad. It is one of the important masjid belonging to the medieval times, in the medieval times. And some forts are also is there. The forts na enna sonnena கோட்டைகள். Historical importance are Agra fort. Agra fort பார்த்திருக்கீங்களா? And Chittoor fort, Kwalikar fort. It is all in the Delhi, that in Delhi around places only. Okay, the forts of historical importance, we can get some information from the Agra fort, Chittoor fort, Gwalior fort, Delhi Red fort, as well as the port of Dalbuda. It is all in the Aurangabad. And Firoz Shah Kotala, it is in the Delhi. This palace in the Jaipur, Jashmala Mer, Jodhpur signified the greatness of Rajput dynasty that wielded imperious power from these places. Children, see, from this port and palace we can get some informations from about the how the kings they are imposed their power from these places. Okay, Qutub Minar. Do you know Qutub Minar? Did you see that it is in Delhi? Yes, Qutub Minar, Alai Dargah, the tombs of Islamic Balan and Mughal royal rulers are the other prominent structures recognized as a valuable sources of information. So cities in the run such as Firozabad, Tulahabad, it is in the northern India. Hampi in the southern India. Okay, it is remain rich repositories of the history of medieval India. So from these places we can get some information, some sources we can get. Okay, so now maybe I think you are understand. Okay, what we saw today, we saw the sources is classified into 2 ways: primary sources, secondary sources. What is the primary sources? Inscriptions, monuments and coins. From this we get some available information in that. Yes, and secondary sources, literary works, chronicles, travelers, biographics and autobiographics. 2 sources it is classified like this. Yes, from this primary sources today we saw inscriptions and monuments. Okay children, now all of you take your homework note, the classwork note, you divide it and take your homework note. You divide it, the note. First is the classwork and little backside you write homework. Okay, inscriptions are writing engraved on dash. Write today's date, write the unit name, unit 1 what is history, and then come to write what do you want to write. Fill in the blanks. 1, inscriptions are writings engraved on dash. Second one, the land gifted to Brahmins was called dash. Write fast. Third one, various types of land gifted by the dash kings. Fourth one, Dash was the land of non-Brahmin properties. Fifth one, the Charminar is at Dash. Okay, give the time to you. Children, don't ever never skip the video. It is very useful to you. While you're going to the 8th standard, it is very useful. Already we learned something up from the 6th standard. Yes, little we studied. From the corona, we didn't study anything. Okay, leave it. This year, God is given a good opportunity for us. Utilize this time. Okay, children? Okay, write it fast. Write neatly. Today I am not giving classwork, only homework. You want to find from the book. Okay, children? Whatever I taught, from that only I am asking the fill in the blanks. Write fast. Write, children, write it fast. Write neatly also. Don't sit simply. Did you finish? Okay, children. Find the answer and write it. While you come to the school, I will correct your note. Okay, don't come simply. Okay, children. Thank you.